Hello guys, it's been quite a long time since my last update. So this tank is, I believe, officially over a year old. And a couple things I want to talk about today. We went on a 2-week vacation. I had my ATO set up. Usually I top off about 2 gallons every 2 weeks. And I have a 2.5 gallon reservoir, so I thought it would be okay. But the mistake I made was I adjusted the AC up to 80 degrees for the house when I left. This tank is set to uh, keep the temperature at 78. And so I think my fan was probably on all the time, and the reservoir ran out, and the water got down to right at the top of this anemone. And so there was quite a bit of water loss. Luckily, my fish survived. Most of my bubble tips survived, but I think I lost both of my yellow, or I'm sorry, the orange bubble tip anemones. So they shriveled up and eventually dissolved away. I think there's still one in there, but it's just a little nub. So unfortunately, I lost the orange bubble tips. So now I just have the rainbow. Color doesn't look too well with this camera, and the rose tip anemones. So that's one thing. So that's one mistake I made, is to increase the temperature of the house, which made the evaporation much more greater than I expected. And I'm still struggling with the let's see, the bubble algae. It's hard to tell. I picked some of it off during the last cleaning, but they are still around, and so I need to increase the removal of the phosphates. So that's one thing. And then in order to replace the orange bubble tip, I recently, well, yesterday, bought 2 green anemones. The one back there is acclimating, and this one in the front, it's actually splitting already. I bought it yesterday, stuck it in here. It didn't move, but it's already splitting, unfortunately. So not too happy about that. Although I guess I'll get 2 right away out of the one. Bought it at a local reef store. They were about $39, I think it was, per bubble tip, so that wasn't too bad. Here's an end shot. My leather is still doing well. The stock has grown, and so the top is it's hitting the glass wall, but it's doing okay. I like it. Just to show you the reservoir, this is the reservoir. It's just an old, well, not an old, but it's a oil change, I guess, bucket you can call it, that I bought at Menards. So it holds about 2.5 gallons. But that ran completely dry within 2 weeks during my vacation. So yeah, I have the bubble algae growing there, sort of everywhere. I also have vermitid snails. They create these little tubules, so I've got to knock those down. I have Aptasia growing here. Hasn't really multiplied, so I'll just keep an eye on that. I think during the increase in salinity, some of the algae, coralline algae, died off, but it's now coming back in patches. And also, just to let you see this, the detritus that gets collected down here. I'm not sure where these are coming from. I think it might be the snails that produce these fine detritus. I think the fish poop basically gets sucked up, but yeah, within 2 weeks, I get a couple piles of these detritus. Yeah, that's about it. Everything else is going well. My fan skimmer's doing well. Here's a full tank shot from this side. If you have any suggestions for controlling the bubble algae, let me know. I do have one emerald crab. I don't think he really does anything. He just kind of hides in the crevices somewhere, and he gets to eat some of the algae. Yeah, overall it's doing well. I do have a lot of algae that grows on the glass, and I use a metal scraper to take care of that, and that works pretty well. So my tank cleaning routine is every 2 weeks. I do a 50% water change. I still don't dose anything. The current bubble tips, they have not split, which is good. I don't want them splitting, and I don't feed these guys at all. I really don't want them to grow too much larger because I don't have room for that. But it would be interesting to see how these the new green bubble tips do. One is the standard green bubble tip, and I think the guy said this one here that's in the process of splitting is the green acid bubble tip. All right, well, thank you again for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.